do a little do-si-do. Oh my god, I'm so old. I actually just said do-si-do out loud. He can chill there. Right, so fertilizer, I should now just be able to click unload. Ah! Sorry. It's not what I expected to happen. Pick it all up quickly. Okay, so that cultivating contract has now finished. So the plan was to handing these cultivating contracts, of which I think there are 3. Yeah, and that's a good amount of money, 20,000. So that's a good kind of 40k there, which we'll obviously take. And now we have a bit of money. The plan, if you remember, was to buy field 30. In fact, I'm not going to think. I'm just going to buy it straight away. So now we own field 30, and the intention is to build or gradually clear this log area here. And field 30, we realized, was ready to harvest some grass. We don't know how to do that, but we need to figure that out now. So for the next half an hour, 45 minutes or so, we're going to keep doing some contracts. We're going to delete these fences along this field to make entry and exit a little bit easier. We're going to figure out grass cutting and selling, and I think that should be quite straightforward. It's just a lawnmower, right? I mean, I can walk up and down here with a lawnmower, easy. We need to figure out how to sell that grass, or even how to pick it up off the ground, I guess. And then I want to think about a depot. So we have a depot currently on the lay-by. We have a depot over here. How do I get the thing up? Well, somewhere I was able to bring up. There we go. We have a depot here which we can dump herbicide and fertilizer and pick it up when we need to. My intention was to put the depot here, which is a bit more middle of the map, but I've suddenly realized as I just walked across the field with you guys that this track down here is very small. It's a one-way track, and a one-way track for a depot is obviously not ideal because you can only get to that depot for one way. So that might not work. So we might just leave our depot on that main road, which I guess isn't the end of the world because you can just go there to pick up your stuff as soon as you get the vehicle. Yeah, so this is one way down here. Sorry, this is two-way down here, and we're not going to fit a two-way road on this little track. I mean, short term it would be okay because we don't have that much traffic, but in the future when we have tens and tens and tens of tractors driving around, we can't, and this will be a busy trunk road, so we can't have head-to-head collisions all the time. So long story short, we'll leave our storage, herbicide and fertilizer storage here, and we'll just build our main base of operations up on field 30. I do want to finalize figuring out these lettuces, and I don't think anything will change until I finish the day. So what I'm going to do before we start in earnest, I'm going to end the day, or time lapse, or whatever you call it, and then tomorrow it will be a next month. We might have new contracts, and we can kind of have like a little mini reset and just crack on. So let's do that now. I like to get up at 7. I like to get up an hour earlier before the other farmers. Get a jump on the day. Oh, what a beautiful sunrise. Although that may be a little bit too early. Can I just sleep for an hour? Yeah, I can. Okay. So maybe we wake up at 8 o'clock rather than 7. I hear a helicopter flying over. Right, has anything changed with these lettuces? Lettuce. Okay, yeah, we now have 831 litres of lettuce, and it's 11% full. So when it gets to 100% full, I don't know what happens, but we'll figure that out. And I've got presumably 10 days-ish for that if it's 11% per day. How much did I have? 831 lettuce. How much is that worth? Oh, hang on. Time saving. Oh, look, it's appearing here automatically. Okay, so 832 lettuce is worth £788. And it's saying a max price, max value. I don't really know what that means. Max month. Oh, yeah, they had different values over the times of the year, didn't they? Which I guess makes sense because you can only grow certain things at certain times of the year. So it would make sense that in the off time it's worth more. Yeah, February. Okay, so I guess then there's some future optimizing around storing and selling things on certain dates and things, but we don't have to worry about that for now. Let me just check contracts quickly. This fertilizing contract expired. Ah, that's interesting. So I had a fertilizing contract yesterday. He ran out of fertilizer, so he was just on the field, and I was planning on going and filling him up today. But now it's expired because obviously it's the end of the day. That's interesting, but also annoying because he had loads of fertilizer in his tank, so I probably wasted a few £1,000s there. But it was a learning moment. We have many more contracts, and we've got a new contract here, which is ploughing. I've not seen ploughing before, so I'll undoubtedly take that. Fertilizing, I know. Bale wrapping, I know, and I also know that we can't automate that just yet, or I haven't found a way, so I will not be taking bale wrapping. Spraying, I do not understand spraying. I've had a number of spraying contracts, and they keep failing. So every now and then I do a spraying contract and it doesn't work. And the only thing that I found that was different was that the field where it didn't work, it was saying that it was withered. Now, in my brain, withered means dead, which therefore means there's no point spraying it because it's dead. But the reason I'm questioning myself is because why would the game give me a contract to spray a dead field? So yeah, so I'm a little bit confused about spraying at the moment. So I'm going to continue my confusing by taking another spraying contract because I'm interested on seeing if this one works. I'm also happy to buy lots of fertilizer now because we have a system for storing it. So we have a little depot, at least a depot plan for herbicide and fertilizer. So I'm happy to fill up this as much as I possibly can because any excess we can just put in our depot and the next contract for fertilizing can pick it up. Although that being said, I may have bought too much for this little tank. Is it all going to fit in? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll get most of it. We've got 6,600 L. Field 1, crack on, go. Okay, he's up and running. I'm just trying to get through these contracts quickly because I don't want to be spending a lot of time on them today. Let's take the fertilizing one as well. Any type of fertilizer. Yep, let's take that one. Need to buy some fertilizer and the same thing as the herbicide. I'm happy to buy lots of it because we have a depot for it now. So let's get 4 of them as well. Okay, we have to make sure he picks up the right thing. I wonder what the game does when there's options of things to pick up on the ground. I mean, obviously it's not going to get confused here now because it's fertilizer and herbicide, and this is only a fertilizer truck, I think. So it shouldn't get confused. But I wonder if there's solid and liquid fertilizer on the ground, if you get an option of which one to pick up. Or I wonder if it's just whichever is the nearest to the trailer. I suppose that's also another thing which we will find out. I'm just going to buy some more fertilizer because it runs out quickly and we have a plan for storing it now, so I don't mind investing a little bit. Need to drive around. There we go. Okay. He's off and on the way, fertilizing on field 2. And then we'll just grab the rest of these contracts because I might as well do them all. I'm still not ready for harvesting. I'm still confused by the complexity of that. I haven't done a ploughing one yet, but it's just one tractor and one thing, and it's £35,000. So I am absolutely taking that, and I'll figure out how to do it in a second. Whoa, that's a long old... Oh, look, it's another double jointed tractor thing. They are very cool. Also slightly harder to reverse. There you go. Okay, we have a very long plough. This may cause issues. Let me just check out the plough, because it looks pretty cool. So I think I know what ploughing does because of, well, probably because of school hymns. We plough the fields. So this is just going to go through the field and basically dig it all up, isn't it? So let's go into field 37, where he needs to go. I'm not going to turn on the automated thing, because I want to see how it works. This is going to be interesting, because it's going to be a tight turn, and I'm keen to see whether it gets stuck, because that is a very, very, very long implement. Oh, okay, we obviously don't care about other traffic. You just crack on, buddy. Okay, he got out of there, okay. Spraying, look, see, this one's working. So this is field 1, and it's spraying and working. So I can only think that it was just the other fields are withered, as in they're dead. But why on earth would the game give me a contract for something where it knows it doesn't work? I mean, is it a bug? Who knows? But anyway. Okay. Ploughing, I may as well accept that one as well, because he can do that one afterwards. Bale wrapping I'm not doing. Harvesting I'm not doing. And mowing. Well, mowing's going to be useful, because I just bought a field, and I think I need to mow it. So I'm going to take that. And then I can pay a little bit more attention to what it does. With the idea of needing to learn how to do it on my own field. I really do want to find a way of... Ooh. So this at the moment is the only thing, other than bale wrapping, this is the only thing I can think of so far that I can't automate. As in, like, this tiny little process of picking up the implements. I haven't seen anything to suggest to me that you can automate that. But I don't know what I'm doing really yet, so that might be not the case. Okay, that's all up and running. Fine. So we've just immediately got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 contracts. That's 9, 44-ish, 52-ish, 60-ish. So that's 70k instantly. Okay, there seems to be a little bit of a problem there. I'll let them sort that out. Right, let's go look at my field and start making a plan for this. Which, admittedly, ideally isn't the best time of day to do it. So the first thing I want to do is figure out, if at all possible, if I can delete these fences. I need to get a bit closer to make it a bit easier. In a fully automated future world, a fence is the enemy, because it makes it terribly hard for a vehicle to get around it. Demolition mode. No, I can't. I must be able to delete the fence. Okay, that's concerning. I can't delete a fence at the moment. Is there like a... Can I paint over the fence and it will just disappear? Let me choose something that's not going to destroy the feng shui. Let's just do dirt. Okay, this is slightly annoying. Because I was hoping to be able to delete these fences. Doesn't look like I can. Demolition mode. No, I can't click fences. Okay, I mean, is it a problem? I don't think it's a huge problem. It just means that... Hello. It just means that I have to be very wary of drawing paths in and out of the fenced areas. And I just have to accept that occasionally a vehicle might kind of get stuck. But that is a shame that I can't delete the fences. Oh, I can't see anything else. Flatten. Soften. Right. Okay, well, if anyone does know how to delete the fences, then ping me a note, because that would be quite useful to know how to do it. I can't see a way of doing it right now. I mean, I can build other fences, presumably. I mean, I can build a nice motorway light. Probably not ideal. Okay, we'll defer that one then. Right, the next idea was what to do with the land. So this is grass, and it's ready to harvest, which therefore means I need a way of harvesting it. I have got a mower going, haven't I? I just borrowed a mower to do field 23. So I wonder if I can sneakily, after that mower is done, I wonder if I can steal him and just quickly whip around and do my field. I mean, I won't tell the farmer, obviously. I'll keep it a secret. But we'll give that a go. Okay, here's ploughing. I do love it how they turn all their lights on. It's very cool. Right, I have no interest in sitting watching the entire thing, but I'm keen just to see what it does a little bit in the kind of the interest of learning here. So he just unfolded this huge plough, and then now he's folding it up again. Okay, maybe he was just practicing. Although it's very long, it doesn't look very wide, which seems to suggest it might take a long time to do this absolute monstrous field. And this field has like islands and things in it, so I feel as though this might be quite a long process for this tractor. But I mean, it's 8 AM, so we've got literally all day. Okay, let's just go and sort this other guy out. His mowing is ready to go. Let's just get him started. Oh, here's the spray. Oh, look, I've got two tractors, two workers near each other. He's finished spraying. Oh no, he's not finished spraying. Is he finished spraying? Where is he? He was on field 1. I can't even remember what he was doing. Goodness me. I don't recognise the implement, so I don't know what they do. He was spraying, and he is done. Okay. Well, that was an easy £9,000. So this is the fertiliser, and he's going. Here's the plough. Here's the mower. Okay. Right, let's... Oh, he's done something. Look, he's dug a big old hole in this field. Let's just watch him again for a second. It's a beautiful morning. Right, so he unfolds it, sticks it into the ground, and drives up and down. Yeah, that's very narrow, isn't it? So that is... that's going to take a hot minute to do this entire field. I mean, I don't care. It's literally just going to happen while I figure out my own field. Although it's not adding up over here, look. But maybe it's just such a small amount it doesn't count as 1% yet. Okay, we'll just leave him going. He's up and running. He's fertilizing. Okay. Right, so what was I talking about? I need to figure out what to do with grass. So somewhere there's packs. It's in the shop, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, I told myself I need to look at the specials all the time. I mean, it's a crop trailer. It's a tractor. And that's another crop trailer. I mean, it's a 60% discount, which appears to be a good thing. But are they good trailers? Are they trailers I'm going to need? Is a 60% discount enough money to make me want to buy it, even though I don't know what it's for? Probably not. Okay. Right. Packs. There's grass somewhere. Vegetables, potatoes, rice, olives, grass. Right. So this apparently is stuff that I need to do things with grass. So that's obviously a tractor. This is a mower. What is this? A forage wagon collects grass, hay, or straw. It can also be filled with chaff. Okay. A forage wagon. What does a forage wagon do? So a forage wagon, well, I know what it does. It collects grass. It has a hitch on it, which suggests it gets pulled behind the mower, the tractor. Okay. It might help if I look at other forage wagons as well. Is there a section for grassland? There is. Forage wagon. Oh, that's a tedder. We know that's for drying grass. I don't know what a windrower is. Okay, let's just not panic about that. Okay, forage wagons. What is the difference between these forage wagons? And what do I need to look for in a forage wagon? These are all questions I don't know. So they all carry the same... Oh, this one carries brown stuff. And that's the only one that carries brown stuff. I don't know what brown stuff is, but that may be... Well, for £141,000, I probably don't care what brown stuff is. Well, to be fair, look how much money they all are. Hundreds. So this is the cheap one. So really, I mean, well, I can't afford any of them, but I do know that you can lease things. So I shouldn't let price concern me too much. So a forage wagon. A forage wagon collects grass. Do I care between this one and that one? I mean, this one, I guess that's capacity. So this one has an extra 10 meters cubed capacity. It also engine. I guess that's how much power it needs to run. I mean, that would make sense because it has moving parts and things. And the bigger ones have bigger numbers, which suggests they have more stuff going on. Okay, that good. Okay, so anyway, that collects grass, right? So I know how to cut the grass. Oh my god, actually, there's more stuff here than I envisioned. Okay, I know how to cut the grass. I know how to collect the grass. What's in here? Grass rollers. Okay, I don't know what that is. Silage additive. I don't know what that is either. Tedders. Dry. Okay, so that's... I don't know why I would need to dry my grass. Do I need to dry my grass right now? I don't know what wind rowers are, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right, okay, doesn't matter. I know how to cut grass, and I know how to pick up the grass. So then I need to figure out what to do with the grass. In fact, let me just sort him out first. He's done. He needs to go to 51. Oh, we can't get a path. That's useful. We can figure out how to get him a path. Let's draw a little two-way out of here. I don't even know where I am on the map. Where am I? I really wish I could make my icon more obvious about where I am, because I find it terribly... Oh, I'm there, look. I find it terribly hard to find where I am sometimes. This guy couldn't find a path back to the main net mesh, so I was just... As I was driving him down, I thought I would make a path, just for... So future self thanks me. Okay, 51. Should be able to make it now. Oh no, I still can't make it to 51. Okay, where it's 51 is a very long way away. Okay. I may have to defer my grass detective work to figure out why this guy can't get to 51. You should just be able to drive down this road. Excuse me, sorry. Is there a problem on that junction? No. So there's a problem. No. So there's a problem about getting to 51. So the only way of debugging these problems is a bit like being a programmer, right? You've got a code base, which in our instance is a mesh, and somewhere in this code base or the mesh, there's a bug, or in our case, there's a missing link in a chain somewhere. So like anything else, even in programming, the best way of solving a problem is not to try and do it in one go, but to debug gradually. So you start with a little function, or you start with a class, or you start with a single line and you test it. Does that work? Yes, that works. Okay, then you test something else. So that's what we'll do here. So as we drive towards 51, you'll see me every now and then clicking the button to see if if the path works. Because after a little while of driving, if the path does work, that means that the gap in the path is somewhere behind me. So it basically reduces how much pathing I have to investigate or how much code I have to review. It's kind of just deep principles of debugging. And as a programmer, you spend 90% of your time figuring out why stuff doesn't work rather than actually writing new code. Well, that's what I do, because that probably means I'm a very bad programmer. But hey-ho. Doesn't matter anyway, because AI is taking over the world and we don't have my job anymore. What's highly likely is that when I drew the little junction to get off that main road and go into the field of 51, I probably just missed a joining path. It happens. It's inevitable. When I built the mesh, it was getting really rather late at night, so I was a little bit bleary-eyed. So I probably missed a few junctions and a few connections. What I could have done, rather than having to do this disgusting manual driving, I could have just said, hey, take me to 50, and then I could have taken over once we got nearer. But no point in worrying about that now. Okay, can I get to 51 now? No. So the error is still after this point. This junction looks okay. I shall test it. Okay, can I get to 51 now? No. So the error is still after this point. Let's see if you can spot the error before I do, which is entirely possible. Okay, we're pulling off the road, so the error is somewhere after here. There we go, look. Classic. So it's two-way all the way up to that point, but from there to the final waypoint, look, I did a one-way, so I can only come out of the field and not go into the field. There we go. That's life. That was the error. And that is also very similar to programming. You do loads of debugging and then you realize you like missed a comma or a full stop or something. Okay, I was looking at grass, wasn't I? So, right, we know how to cut grass. We know how to pick grass up. We need some sort of implement for dragging all this stuff, presumably. So therefore, we're probably going to need a tractor. I know from doing a baling contract that it's entirely feasible to bale grass. I don't know why you need to bale grass just yet. And the fact that these all cost many tens of thousands of pounds suggests I'm probably not going to worry about that right now. So I think my mission for now is to cut some grass, put some grass in a wagon, and then sell that grass. I think that will be a pretty good starting point for this little enterprise. I do know that I can look at this to find out how much grass is worth. Where is it? Grass? Am I going mad? Okay. Can you not sell grass? Grass. Okay, so it doesn't specifically say that they're buying grass. I don't know if that means I can't sell it. Huh. Although, to be fair, when I look at all of these, no one's buying anything. And I'm sure someone wouldn't have made a map where you can't actually... Oh, okay, he's buying barrels and bathtubs. Okay, so these misc items, they're being bought. And in fact, look, when there's no point at all, it literally comes up blank, which suggests that although it doesn't say buying, the fact that there's something there suggests that I can still do something with it, unless it's just unless it's just for selling. Now, is that me selling or is that them selling? Is that me buying or is that them buying? Everyone has a selling. Oh my God, this is so complex. Well, it's not really complex. It's just kind of not documented. I guess that's a better word. Okay, so I'm going to assume that I'm the person with the product, and so therefore this is my product going to them. So I'm going to assume that I use this column to get rid of stuff, and this column is where I can buy things if I want to. How can I test that assumption? In this stock check, lettuce, it's telling me that the value of this lettuce is 806 at 949. So let's go find lettuce in the market and see if it's currently 949. 949. Okay. Whew. Tell you what, that's some reasoning. Okay, so that means that this is farmer's market. I can sell my stuff to this. So this is me selling, and that's them selling to me. That's me selling to them. That's them selling to me. That's me buying something. That's me selling something. Right. Whew. Grass. Where's grass gone? Hello? Grass. Grass, grass, grass. Grass. Okay, so I can sell it to these guys for £46. Fine. And either of them doesn't matter. I'll just choose the nearest one. Okay. Do I need to think about anything else? Okay, do I need to think about a production chain? So what can grass turn into? Where did I see the packages? Does it tell me in these packages what grass can become? No, it doesn't. As far as I can tell, it just gives me a tractor, a mower, and a trailer thing. The trailer thing does say collects grass, hay, or straw. Grass, hay, or straw. Also be filled with chaff. Grass, hay, or straw. Okay, so if that does grass, hay, or straw, that seems to suggest that all comes from the same sort of thing. Does grass, hay, or straw make more money? What makes more money? Grass. Where was grass again? Grass makes 46. Hay. Hay makes 57, so it's worth more. Straw. ST. Where's straw? Is it part of the fruit types? Straw is 41. Okay, well, there's no point me figuring out straw because that's worth less than grass anyway. Hay is worth more, but marginally. Well, an extra £10 per whatever the unit is. So it might be worth me thinking about hay. But do I need to bother with that complexity right now? Probably not. Let's just try and cut some grass. Okay. Whew, my brain. Has he finished fertilizing everywhere? Let's check out the contracts. Active. 2 fertilizers done. No more fertilizing to do. Right, we can test my new thing. Let's send this guy to the fertilizer location. I need to move that down. You go to fertilizer. He's figuring out the path. And he can't get a path. Okay, I'll give you a hand this time. Ah, because you're in the middle of a field. Okay. He's on field 51. Let's just draw a 2-way path out of this field, just so he can figure it out next time. There we go. You shouldn't get stuck now, buddy. If you have to come back here, make sure I put a 2-way connection in this time, not a 1-way. Right, you should be able to get to fertilizer now. No. Okay, we've got another little blockage somewhere in our mesh. Let's see if we can figure out where that is. Oh, I can see it. Oh, no, I can't see it. Okay, what would be the quickest way back to fertilizer? base from here, it would be turning right. Let's see if he can work it out for himself now. He can. Okay. So there was just some confusion about where to go from that junction, which I don't need to worry about right now, I don't think. He's ploughing. It is going up, so I don't have to worry about him. He's mowing. I'm waiting for this mower to finish, so I can test to see if I can use this mower on my own land and be sneaky. In the interest of time, I might actually just do this myself, because I can just whip around. How do I do it? Lower mower V. Turn on mower B. Is that going? Yeah, there we go. Oh no, my front one's not going. Control group. The mower's going. Lift mower, fold mower. Okay, I've got two things on my tractor. Do I have to control them independently? Oh, that's a horn. Control group G. Oh, okay, yeah. So now it's changed to white up here, so now I'm controlling the front one, presumably. I've turned it on. Does that work? Oh, lower the mower again. Okay. So it looks like you have to control the bits on the tractor separately, which is okay. I'm just, well, I was taking over this to make it faster, but apparently the AI is a better farmer than me, which is not entirely unexpected based on the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. It's definitely quite, what's the word? Is it cathartic or something like that? It's certainly quite, I'll go with chilled because I'm less eloquent at talking. Certainly something quite nice and chilled about driving around a field. I can definitely see the attraction of just playing this game in kind of slow mode, if you like, and doing it yourself. I saw some videos of people with like actual like steering wheels and joysticks and loads of peripherals, and at first I was like, well, what do you look like? But now I'm like, well, I could get behind that. But my first love is automating the crap out of everything, so I'm certainly going to do that first. He says, driving up and down a field. I'm totally not as quick as the AI doing this, but hey-ho. I guess the difference is that the AI does it properly, whereas I'm just going to skip corners and things, because all I care about is getting this number to 100%. So it probably would be quicker in the long run for me doing it this way. Like the AI would never just be so scruffy and skip corners like that, I'm sure. None of my workers would anyway. I'd fire them. %. How do I turn my lights on like they did? I can't see any buttons for it in the help menu. How do you do it with your torch? It's G, isn't it? Oh no, it's not G. Is it F? Oh yeah, F. It's the same button. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, there's more. Oh my god, there's even more. I've turned into a UFO. The game is quite pretty. I mean, I've got the graphics as high as I can possibly get them, I think. And it certainly does look nice. Look at that. That's my thumbnail. Hang on, let me pose for my thumbnail. Beautiful. Let me get that smaller. Smile. Right, just a little bit more grass. I reckon if we just drive through that middle bit over there, we'll probably get this contract done. And then I'm going to steal his tractor and see if I can cut my own grass with it. I mean, do I expect it to happen? I mean, I don't think I expect it to work, but it would be a bit of a bug in the old game if you could just do a contract and use all of those vehicles for your own use and then cancel the contract. I mean, that would be a pretty... It would be a bit of a faux pas for the old developers, I think. There you go, he's done. Right, you need to go to... what's my field? 30. Go. It's still not folding up their implements. I've definitely told it to do it. Oh, why is it not saving? Okay, that doesn't seem to save. As soon as I save it, and it does it, but I'm sure I've clicked that button a number of times. Okay, he's going to 30. Oh, this guy's got a bit of an issue here. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. He was the one that was coming back to drop stuff off. Just get that out of the way. That should clear the path for him. Do a little do-si-do. Oh my god, I'm so old. I actually said do-si-do out loud. He can chill there. Right, so fertilizer, I should now just be able to click unload. Sorry, this is not what I expected to happen. Pick it all up quickly. Can I not choose whereabouts it goes? Oh my god. Okay, that could be a foil my plan. Sorry, I'm trying to pick it up. Just 1 second. Oh no, I need to drive to get closer. Sorry, I'm sorry. I had a little misunderstanding of game mechanics. Okay, that just literally dumped it in a massive line out the back. What does that mean for my organisation system? Probably means I need to like back in some way. That was funny. Sorry, 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 sorry. Okay, I wonder if instead we need to build something like to store it. There was a where was it? Not in there, not in there. Was it in fences, lights, others, decoration? So somewhere there was storage. Am I going mad? Where is it? Sheds. Oh, silos. Containers. Okay, so somewhere there was... This can be filled with different products. So can it be filled with fertilizer? That is the question. And the problem is, it's like a £16,000 gamble. Because if it doesn't work... Fertilizer is solid, isn't it? It's not going to go into something like this, is it? Let me just click through these. That's fuel, water, petrol, different stuff. Fertilizer tank. Well, that sounds exactly like the sort of thing I need. But can I put it anywhere? Can I not put it somewhere because my big old tractor's in the way? It would be a terrible shame if I can't get that tank on this little bit of land. Let me try again. Oh, zoom in. Right. How do I move? There you go. So all I need is it just to pop up with a number. Come on. Come on. Okay. Can I spin it a little bit and try it again? Oh! Ha ha ha! Okay, so you can go in there at that angle. Can you go in that angle? Because then I can like reverse. Ideally you'd go in that angle because it looks like... Look, it looks like the drop-off and pick-up point is at the bottom where that arrow is. So I want that somewhere kind of logical, really. Like, so I can like drive in and drive out. Oh. Oh. This looks like it could be it. There. Okay. Is that good? Can I move over here? I mean, I don't really want to spend time cutting more trees. That just flash up. sure that just flashed up a number. Unless I'm going mad. Yeah, I'm going mad. Okay, so the plan is still in play. It's just a slight change. Come on. Where was it? There. Around here somewhere. There. I can put it that way. Also, I can still do my like drive on, drive off thing. I'm doing it. 23k. Oof. That's expensive. Okay. What was that? That was fertilizer, wasn't it? My memory is terrible. Literally just been talking about it and I've forgotten what I was doing. Okay, let me... So this should be quite straightforward because I can put that... I think maybe I need to be a bit further. I'm just going to delete that one. And then do that. That. I'll be a bit further out. That to there, that to there. And I'm going to call this one over here the fertilizer one because I feel as though the trailer needs to be over it, not the tractor. Fertilizer. Okay. Oh look, and the cap came open to suggest that it's ready to do something. Okay. Let's just do a little test. Take me to fertilizer. Okay, we don't have to drive around the whole well to get there. I'll spin you around, don't worry. Oh, sorry. He was trying to overtake me. Oh no, now I've driven all over the wood. Oh god, that's going to cause problems later, I'm sure. Okay. He's going to go to fertilizer, and I'll just see what options I have. Oh look, it makes noise. Nice. He opened. All right, let me just see what this is giving me to do. Refill silo. I don't want to do that manually. I want to do that from here. Start. Okay, now start filling. Well, I don't want to fill because select the vehicle whose content you want to load into your vehicle. The silo is empty. I know. I'm trying to fill it. Okay, can I click unload? Oh my god, is it going to go everywhere? Ah! Okay. So that's not how you fill a silo. Oh god, there must be a way of filling the silo because there's a way of getting it out. Do I have to get out of the vehicle and then click refill? That's, I think that's pretty not automated. Oh, now I'm out of range for these other ones. So I wonder if I just need to be a bit closer maybe? Sorry, you're just going to have to wait a second, everyone. I've got a bit of a spillage. One more minute, sorry. I know. Okay, so I'm going to try getting the... yeah, I'm turning right, mate. Sorry. I'm going to try getting the trailer a little bit nearer. Okay. Start filling. I don't want to fill, I want to unload. No. Turn on the spreader. No. Close cover. Okay. Do I have to literally jump out and do this? Refill silo. Select the product. I don't want to buy it. Oh, do I just buy it? I don't want to buy it. I want to reuse what I've already got. That's not what I want to do. There must be a way of unloading into a silo. Do I have to like reverse over the... Oh no, wrong way. Do I have to reverse over the place where I click buy? Oh god, reversing is so hard. Do I click that? No. Okay, turn on, change work. Unload just dumps it all on the road. So that's not what I want to do. What stuff is available down here? Okay, unload, combine. That's to fill. That's to unload. Okay, so why can't I... That's just going to dump it on the floor, isn't it? Pick up and deliver. Okay, so can I not refill a silo without having to buy it? And if that is the case, then how do I get rid of my surplus? What do I do with my surplus fertilizer? Oh my goodness, my brain. Okay, let me... This can be filled. So it can't be filled because they're lying. What do I do with my fertilizer? Oh my goodness. Sheds, silos, constructibles, containers, tools, farmhouses. Is it a silo? That's just for crops, manure. This can be filled with chaff, grass, or hay. Oh, that's interesting. Chaff, grass, or hay. I was talking about grass and hay earlier. Store bales. Crops. Fertilizer isn't a crop. Chaff, grass, or hay. Oh, look. A bunker silo can be filled with chaff, grass, or hay. After compacting and covering the silo, the content converts into silage. Okay. Make sure I need to remember that. Oh my lord. Jiminy crickets. That's big. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess creating silage is a big deal. Okay. I need to put this to bed for a minute because I need to figure out cutting the grass. Okay, so here's there. Let me just spend a second seeing if I can cut the grass on my own field. So the experiment here is to use a borrowed mower to cut the grass on my own field. I need to unfold this, and I need to lower it. Let me turn some lights on so I can see what I'm doing. You're lowered, and now I need to turn you on. B. This vehicle tool is reserved for contract work. Okay, fine. So I kind of half assumed that because it would be a bit of a hack to just borrow some random dude's tools and then sneak off and use them on your own land. So that's fine. So now I know that I can't use someone else's tools for cutting grass. So therefore, I know now that I need to get my own stuff. Well, there's a mowing contract right next door, so I may as well accept that because I'm literally here. Okay, although we haven't achieved anything, I do feel like we're making some progress. You should be able to find your way there now. Yep. I'm very much not happy with this fertilizer system though. Anyway, you're still ploughing, you're going to be all day, you're heading to the next field. You're not going to be able to get in that gate, I predict. Because you're going to get stuck, aren't you? Here we go. Here comes the stuckness. Yep, okay. Tweak you in a second. I think I probably need to just give it a little bit more swing. So what I'll do in these instances, I'll do something like this. And I don't need that one, I don't need that one. I can go straight across if they don't need to pull out. And then you probably want to do something like that, and like that. And then we could work our way back into the field. So basically I'm just letting them swing around a little bit. That might be a bit too extreme, but we'll see how that goes. That could be a new template. Right, you've arrived. Alright, guys, what do I do about this blooming silo? I've got a mod that means if I sell it in the same month, I get my money back. So there's no big deal to sell it. I just don't... So my issue, right? My issue is that, okay, I do a contract, and for that contract, I need some fertilizer, right? So I go and buy some fertilizer. Take, for instance, this vehicle here. So I bought some fertilizer. I got 5,000 litres of fertilizer, almost 6,000 in here. Now, when I cancel the contract, this disappears, so I lose all of my fertilizer. So what I want to do is I want to buy some fertilizer, do some fertilizing, and then store the fertilizer until I need it again. Make sense? That does make sense, right? So I thought if I buy this container, it would store fertilizer, but more importantly, I thought I'd be able to put fertilizer back in it when I'm done. But it turns out I'm completely making that up. There is another container which says it can be filled with products. So, I mean, while I'm in the spirit of learning, I'm just going to dump this one down because it is owned by me. Because I know I can sell it. So let's just dump that one there. Okay, that's empty. Refill silo. Seeds. Okay, well, that's pointless. That's just seeds or mineral feeds. So, my god, I wish this game just explained things a little bit better. Sell. Right, okay, so this still... Oh, now he's just destroyed my land. Okay, so this still needs some thinking about. So I guess... What do I guess? I guess if I can't store it in a silo like that... and I don't want to just dump it on the ground because that just creates a massive mess. If I dump it in a fenced area, does that constrain the limits of how it gets dumped? So if I were to put a fence down there, I'm just experimenting, don't worry, this is all going to get deleted. And if I put a fence down here, and then I put the fence across. Okay. So now, there's not much room, is there? Right? So it can't just spew out all the fertilizer. So does this force it to stack? Unload. Aye. Ah! No, it doesn't. It just dumps it everywhere. Oh, that's caused a bigger problem because now I can't get to it. Okay. So perhaps storing by dumping it on the ground is not the approach. So if storing it by dumping it on the ground is not the approach, I need to store it by keeping it in a container, maybe? Oh, hang on. If I just click demolition, I don't get my money back. How do I sell this? Okay, well maybe I don't. Escape. Escape. Demolition. Maybe I don't get my money back from fences. That's fine, it didn't cost much. Okay, so then I can't store it. I can store it in a silo, fine. Maybe... How much do these trailers cost? Maybe I can just buy a trailer and when I need to do some fertilizing, I just borrow the tractor. Oh my goodness. Okay. Changing system. Tips trailers are used to transport different crop types. Okay, well I don't want crops, I want fertilizer. Temporarily storing different crop types and directly unloading them into other trailers. What does the fertilizer icon look like? And how would I find that out? Fertilizer is a bag with a green leaf. So can these hold a bag with a green leaf? Yes, okay. Tips trailers are used to transport different crop types. Also known as chaser bins, are used in the field for temporarily storing. Okay, temporarily is a word that I can get behind. So can I just park this in my bay and then fill it and refill it, fill it and refill it? So it's like my own little silo. Well, it's going to be a £35,000 experiment. Which one do I want to buy? That one looks like a liquid one. That one's a container one. It has less, but more capacity. All right, we're doing this. Oh god, I just clicked the wrong button. Oh, where was I? Customize. Oh, my jeepers. I don't really know. A manure spreader. I don't want that. An auger wagon. Standard. Do I want an auger wagon or do I want... I mean, that looks like it's got an attachment to do something, but it's an extra £12,000. It said something about an auger wagon here. Auger wagons are used in the field for temporarily storing different types of crops. Okay, so I probably then do need it to have this auger or whatever the word is. How much is it? How much is this going to cost? 40. I can't even afford it. God damn it. Okay, actually no. Can I sell this? Sell. 23. Yes. I can now afford it. Okay. What was I doing? Auger wagon. I'm buying it. I don't care. Oh, should I just lease it? How much is this a lease? 1,000. How much is the lease with that? 2,000. There we go. This makes more sense. I can lease it and then test. Okay. Can a borrowed tractor pick up something that isn't part of the thing that was borrowed? I'm about to find out because this guy is going to go back to base. Holy moly! He was doing that. I still haven't even done my own blooming field yet. I feel like it's such slow progress, but I'm learning the systems, all right? Okay, like this is all a one-time thing. Once I've figured it out, I don't have to worry about it again. It's just it just takes a little minute to learn it. But I feel as though I'm learning core systems, all right? So once I understand these core things, it's just a matter of getting stuff done. And I'm good at getting stuff done when it's time to get stuff done, but sadly I need to learn. Okay, what was that on the ground? That was... what is it? It's just a pallet. Oh, herbicide. Okay, that's not what I want in this. In this I want fertilizer, don't I? Oh my god, I need to figure it all out again with herbicide. Okay, the lawnmower guy's finished. Okay. How do I lower this? Oh my god, everything's so complicated. Lower! Click the leg. Hello? Hello? Okay. Well, there must be a way of transporting it. It can't just sit there the whole time. Am I not lined up? I feel as though if anyone ever does watch these videos, they're just sitting there like with such dismay. Oh god. Any more mowing before I get rid of this guy? No. 6k. I'm just going to make a bit of money to make myself feel better. Okay. Right. Back to the shop. Search auger. Auger grain cart. I mean, should I have just bought this? Temporarily. This hitch looks lower. Okay, I'm just gonna... This is ridiculous. There must be a way of transporting it. I mean, I don't care about a cover. Oh my god, hang on. There was a bloody trailer thing here, wasn't there? So I need to put it on a trailer as well. That's going to cost... That's another £38,000. Oh my god. What's this one? Auger wagons. So is this a... Does it spray as well, or is it just literally... Oh my god, it's so expensive. Was that the one I just saw a second ago? Search auger. £68,000. Oh god. Okay, well maybe my plan is just pointless at the moment. Or maybe it's just cheaper to buy a bloody spreader and then just use my own. How do I find the spreaders? Yield improvements, fertilizer spreader. Well, it's 65k, and I'll just have my own one. So maybe that's the play. Maybe I just have my own. And then when I get a contract, I just use their tractor, but not their spreader, and then just go pick this up. It's 25k. I mean, yeah, that's an obvious thing to do. Okay, I've got a vehicle. How do I get rid of my active vehicle? Is it there? No. I'm leasing this vehicle, but I don't want it. No, that's the contract one. This is the one I don't want. Vehicles? Leased. No. That's owned. That's owned. This is leased. Return. Enter. Nope. Okay, so I got rid of that. This is a contract tractor. So I'm just going to buy a spreader. And I'm just going to buy, what do I look for in a spreader? I guess I look for capacity and then how much it can dump on the ground. So this 300, I don't know if the weight matters, goes at 11 miles an hour and 14 meters wide. I guess that's the spray. 3,200. Oh my God, it's 10 times the capacity and 42 meters. Huge capacity, less width. Bigger capacity by a long way, same width. Bigger capacity, same width. Okay, so it's just these two. Basically, one's got more than the other. I don't care about that right now. I'm just going to buy it. Oh my Jesus, hang on. Why do I need to buy a weight as well? I don't want a weight. Why am I making you? I don't want to buy a weight. I just want to buy this. Okay. There's nothing to change. I'm just going to buy it. I'm bored thinking about it. Right. Where is it? There. Okay. So now... now what? Now I've got a fertilizer thing. I could basically go and build that silo again. And then I could... just use that silo to buy fertilizer, so I don't have to faff around in the shop, and then this thing can just stay at that silo and just get picked up when I need it. Okay. Although it's going to be a bit annoying because this needs reversing into, so am I going to have to take over every time to fill up from the silo? Okay, can I do a inter-trade? No? Okay, so you're going to have to... Can I dump it without being in it? No. Alright, you're going to have to dump that there, drive around. Oh my God, all this fertilizer is totally not going to fit in this truck. In the other one I just bought. This must be the bigger one. Okay, dump. Okay, you need to drop that again. No, I clicked refill on accident. Dump it, dump it, dump it. Dump. Okay. Q. Get the other one. Oh my God. Which way around does it go? This way. So I don't know. This is very scalable. So, but what I'm just trying to do here is just be efficient with the spend on fertilizer, right? So I might have to rethink this system at some point. But for now, it is what it is. So basically, I can get a fertilizer contract. When I get one, for now I just borrow a tractor and then I drive the tractor to this fertilizer place, pick up the fertilizer that I've got in this. I pick up this fertilizer attachment, And then when I finish the contract, it's my fertilizer attachment, so I just need to make sure I cancel the contract back here, otherwise it's just going to dump this attachment on the floor somewhere, presumably. Or the worst case scenario is that I lose it. And so therefore, at some point I just need to figure out if I can automate the picking up of this attachment by the auto drive mod. So if I can make it like drive in and then reverse and pick it up. If I can, then we've cracked it. But that is a job for another day. Let's get rid of that. And then my tractor's going to go away. Okay, so now I've got nothing here. Fine. So now I have a full fertilizer trader that belongs to me that I need to figure out how to refill automatically. I own a field. I made a little bit of money. I've learned that I can't mow my own field with somebody else's equipment. And so therefore I presumably can't use people's equipment on my own stuff across other things as well. And we figured out a storage system. Right. Whew, that was emotional. Next episode, I'm going to carry on doing some contracts and I'm going to mow my own field and sell some grass. That is the goal. And I shall see you all then. Bye-bye for now.